Hi guys, on our channel we dissect a lot of the movies and look at them from a psychological perspective. This requires us to discuss scenes in a lot of detail. We would recommend that you watch the movie before watching our episodes. Thank you. Hi guys, welcome back to yet another perspective to our first episode where we actually be talking about a movie. This is a cult classic. It has been part of families across generations. Even if kids have not watched the movies, they've heard their parents talk about the dialogues. कितने आदमी थे बसंती इन कुत्तों के सामने मत नाचना इतना सन्नाटा क्यों है भाई. Each character is so well fleshed out and it's part of our memories through our growing up years. We are going to talk about, as you would have guessed, Sholay. So we have Swati with us, who's going to take us through some of what parts of our psyche we can understand through the movie. So what is it that you liked about the movie personally?
Like you mentioned, Neeti, everything was very, very, very fleshed out. Something as simple as to show the pain of a widow. The number of times they've just shown her walk around the corridors of that house. Just the thought as to what she's become as a person, and what I heard in a couple of interviews that I saw regarding Sholay, they talk about how much time they really took to get the right brightness of the sky just to show her as this person in a white sari walking across the corridors. Just the thought of itself saying, showing the pathos of a widow without making it dramatic, without making it crazy in any other way. So I think the beauty is about each character and their relevance in that particular place. So when you look at good cinema, while things can be part of comic relief, things can be part of, like I told you, item numbers, but there is a relevance and a need for them to be there. So what I loved about the film is all three things: characters and their movement, the timing at which things were introduced, and the movement of each and every person with also the natural background that they could bring about. So kitne aadmi the, the introduction of the Gabbar scene, and just the way he's walking on those uneven rocks to, how I command this place. Just the entry was just phenomenal. So I think they used the backdrop to their advantage also phenomenally. So characters, timing, and the use of backdrop all worked for me very well.
Taking from that, there are two characters that really stand out for me in the movie, which are really interesting. They're not main characters, but they're still so interesting in the way they are portrayed. They are Surma Bhopali, of course, and Angrezon Ke Zamane Ke Jailer. What do you think is their relevance? Do you think they're added for comic relief, or is there a part they play in the bigger picture? How do you look at it?
So usually जब आप first half of the film देखते हैं, they are trying to set up the whole scenario to tell you right now where does our protagonist stand, right? So that they can create the story forward of what is the change that can be anticipated if you want to anticipate, or you will discover as you go along as the story unfolds. So there's a concept in psychology, there's a test called thematic apperception test. In that test, we create stories to understand the needs and the press of the character. The needs of the press is something that comes from within the character, and the press is something as to how does this character look at their world, what kind of people they attract, what kind of things that they get interested in and they will follow and pursue. So if you look at it, Jay and Veeru are self-taught chodakus of their own kind. वो लोग छोटी मोटी चोरियां करते हैं. तो उनके लिए दुनिया किस तरह की है? उनके लिए दुनिया इज़ फुल ऑफ पीपल लाइक सुरमा भोपाली एंड अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के जेलर. तो सुरमा भोपाली का सेटअप वो शुरू ऐसे करते हैं दैट ही इज़ अ बुली. किसी गरीब को वो लकड़ी बेच रहा है, एंड उस लकड़ी बेचने के अंतर्गत ही इज़ एक्चुअली चीटिंग that particular person, and who's somebody who will really boast about himself in very, very, very big ways. right? So somebody who does not deserve respect, somebody who does not deserve to be looked up to, but this world is full of people like that. So Jay and Veeru ke liye, they need two things in life. One, people they can con to get the money, and second, people they can have fun with, because that's the only two things जो उनको जिंदगी में engage रखती है एक दूसरे के साथ के अलावा. So इस साथ के अलावा सूरमा भोपाली becomes that press यानी the outside environment जो ये हीरो अपना देखता है. The second is अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के जेलर. If you look at the temperament, it's of a very similar kind. There's a very wonderful dialogue that he also ends up using. जब हम नहीं बदले तो तुम क्या बदलने वाले हो? So you're talking about somebody who looks down at criminals, who really is in a power play saying I am somebody and तुम कुछ नहीं हो, right? तो ऐसे लोगों का balloon burst करना is something that these two, Jay and Veeru, would really love to do. Okay, so उनके लिए दुनिया is of these bullies and these inflated balloons. They will constantly look out for people like that, क्योंकि उनको क्या चाहिए? पैसा चाहिए, फन चाहिए, वो इस तरीके के लोगों से मिलता है. अब कई बार हमें लगेगा कि यानी उनको तो ऐसे ही लोग मिलते हैं तो वो ऐसे ही होंगे, बट ऐसा नहीं होता है. The press is not formed by the real world outside of you. The press is formed by what world you attract. For example, ट्रेन रॉबरी के अंदर ये लोग ऑलरेडी ठाकुर से मिल चुके हैं, but it's not like they got inspired by Thakur, or they got amused by it, या they want to kind of revere him and follow the path that he is. उनकी दुनिया के अंदर फिर भी सूरमा भोपालीज एंड a lot of अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के जेलर ही बने रहेंगे. तो to establish कि why are Jay and Veeru the way they are, क्योंकि जब वो दुनिया को अपने लेंस से देखते हैं उनको सूरमा भोपाली दिखाई देता है एंड अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने का जेलर दिखाई देता है, एंड दे कैन डू बोथ, हैव फन विद इट, क्रिएट मनी विद इट. एंड दैट्स वाई द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द फिल्म एस्टैब्लिशेस द नीड ऑफ द हीरोज, money and fun, and it shows you the press, yani the outside world, the people that they engage, look forward to meeting are people like Surma Bhopali and अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के जेलर.
What do you think brought about that character arc? We said good movies usually have a character arc where the character grows and shows movement and shift in personality, which is where it completes the circle and the movie reaches a finish. Do you think that only happens in movies, and like is that possible in real life? Looking at the fact that you've been working with a lot of people and their stories, how easy is it to make that shift? As easy as it's shown in movies, and what are the motivators and points in life that take you from one place to the next?
Right. So movies में वो थोड़ा आसान इसलिए हो जाता है because the writer and director placed it there. In real life, it will be more like going to shop in a wholesale market where you'll get all kinds. And for you to zero down on that one experience की वजह से हमें लगता है real life में नहीं होता है, पर वो real life में भी होता है. तो how does the art shift? There needs to be a medium. Without a medium, there cannot be a change. तो उनके हिसाब से दो अलग दुनिया हैं. There is the ठाकुर की दुनिया, कि जहाँ वो बोलता है मैं पैसे के लिए काम नहीं करता हूँ, मैं बहादुर के लिए काम करता हूँ एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. एंड देयर सूरमा भोपाली की दुनिया, एंड देयर इज़ द क्रेजीनेस ऑफ द अंग्रेज़ों के ज़माने के जेलर. अब उनका मीटिंग पॉइंट ये होता है कि ठाकुर के अंदर एक ज़रूरत उठती है फॉर पीपल लाइक जय एंड वीरू. एंड जय एंड वीरू के लिए what do they work for? They work for money. So what Thakur gives them is the money. What prompts them to go? So if you look at the Venn diagram, there is one circle and two circles. Two don't interact with each other. The money is the factor which got these two circles to interact. This money is where they enter another world. Now the entry into another world then is like, we usually use the saying, it's better to be with a known devil than to look for an unknown angel. Now this entry is about then looking at it saying, have you gone from the frying pan to the fire, or you've gone from the devil to the angel? So here, like we know, it is about the movement towards the angel. They figure out a newer world. they experience गांव वालों की खुशियाँ, where they dance with them, sing with them. They experience their fear, where dakus come and disrupt their whole village. They see somebody as simple and as settled as Mossy, who's in love with her sister's child as though it's her own child, right? So they are very, very involved with the everyday experiences that come about.
Right.
And because these everyday experiences are happening, is when change is possible. So, is it possible in real life? Is there has to be an intersection. If there's no intersection, there's no road we are going to take towards this world. But once we find the intersection, the walking then is about the experiences that world brings to you.
Right. So, which is why we say change needs a catalyst.
Yeah.
And so, what I understand you're saying is that the meeting of the worlds is an opportunity and not a guarantee to change,
Yes.
which is what the movie sort of portrays. There was a chance meeting of the worlds, and they decided to go towards change.
Yes.
Is what brought about the character arc. So this has been a great interaction. What my takeaway from this is that characters like Surma Bhopali and Angrezon Ke Zamane Ke Jailer, even if they bring out a lot of laughs from us, they are primary to the movement in central characters. They've been placed there with context, and that's a mark of great writing, I would say. Just as a reminder, guys, if you want to know how great writing is done, how to build characters, we have written a book called 3 Coffee Stains Later, which you can buy from 3coffeestainslater.com. We will be coming out with a Kindle version very, very soon. The link for the website is below. We look forward to hearing your thoughts about it. If you happen to read it, we'd love to know what you think. And we'll see you the next time. Thank you.